I finally decided that I wanted to go ahead and do this. After a lot of consideration, I wanted to put together kind of an ultimate trophy lodge from the old scoring system, because I initially made that first Spring Creek Manor trophy lodge, and I stopped adding things to that when Siseka Safari came out, and then I started the new lodge, and that only lasted a couple of months until the new scoring system came out. And since I never really go in those old trophy lodges anyway, I thought it would be a lot cooler to make kind of an ultimate lodge, especially since we couldn't do multi-mounts when Spring Creek Manor came out. I think it's just a lot cooler to actually have all these trophies in one place. So we're going to go for a little bit of a tour across the lodge. There's a lot of really cool things in here, and I'm going to try to link to as many of the hunts for these animals in the description as I can. But a lot of these are over a year old now, so I might not be able to find those specific videos for those animals. So we'll have to see how that goes. But one more thing before we get into this, there are some trophies that are unfortunately missing. Like, it seems they just got deleted. I know that's a thing with trophy lodges. People have lost trophies in the past, and this is actually, to start off, one of the ones that's missing. So we have this 950 Legacy Rack Diamond Whitetail here, but I would have like a 990, which is a bigger rack shape, unfortunately, so we don't get to see that. That particular animal got deleted, and there's some other ones where like there could be improvements, and I'll try to remember to mention those as we go along. But the 950 Legacy Rack and the 952 True Rack, it honestly makes me feel like the True Racks are a little better than I kind of thought, seeing them side by side, but the Legacies do have just a lot more of a clean look to them. But then I think the only Melanistic whitetail buck I've ever shot, I decided to put it in with these two guys, the 760, of course silver, but still quite cool for actually getting like a really rare whitetail, because it seems, especially from my whitetail grinding lately, the Melanistics are just in a different class of rarity. But then beside that in the entrance we have the 993 Diamond Reindeer, which was actually shot Christmas Eve, so that was actually kind of fitting. We have the piebald back here, little 626 silver, and a leucistic on this side, 709 silver. I do like this multi-mount, actually. It's kind of cool. I like the bigger ones leading the two small rare ones. I just think it looks nice. But then we'll go back to this side. So we have an albino Harlequin duck. Now, Harlequin duck albinos can only be female for whatever reason, so that's kind of as good as we can get with that. We've got a 970 Diamond Bathydes Ibex above that. And this albino European hare, I believe, was actually shot when the rare European hares were kind of spawning too commonly, but we still have it here in the lodge anyway. We got two Diamond Mouflon 960 and 979 up on this side. I think this was my first Diamond True Rack Fallow Deer at 971, and a Legacy Rack Diamond Blacktail 976 on the other side. This may be the only big rack Diamond Blacktail Legacy I have in here, actually. I think some of my others got deleted. We'll have to see as we go around, because maybe I'm forgetting something, but got a Diamond Warthog in the middle. This is one of my bigger ones at 981. And then I kind of liked doing it this way, so 988 Diamond Kudu, and then above that, similar kind of horn style. And then my second biggest Diamond Black Buck at 995. Then we have the Big Rack Diamond Axis Deer 969, and the bigger horns on a Diamond Springbuck. This is a 990, which may have been shot on the day Trophy Lodges came out. I shot two different 990s, but I'm trying to remember if there was a third one that also scored 990. I'm pretty sure that was shot the day the lodges came out. But then we have the wall over the entrance, which I kind of did similarly to how I've set it up in some other places, and I just really like it. So there's three Diamond True Rack moose here. This is my favorite of all of the antler styles for the moose. He's 962. And then these two are pretty similar, but slightly different with the brow tines. This guy 957 with the smaller brow tines, and this guy 981 with the bigger brow tines, which it's kind of crazy how different the score is on those, because their antlers look so similar, but I guess that was also a thing with the old scoring system. The trophy rating didn't seem to make as big a difference. But we have a gold leucistic mallard on this side, and a gold brown hybrid mallard on this side. Diamond True Rack Blacktail 984, and a Diamond True Rack Whitetail at 962, and I think that's that entire room. Kind of a lot of space in this room where there's not actual plaques, but I forgot there is a Diamond Teal sitting here, just a little 976. But then we'll go into this room, and we have my 1000 True Rack Whitetail, which is fighting a 918 Albino Whitetail. Probably my two favorite True Rack Whitetail kills so far. I guess my Albino Diamond on the new scoring system would be a little cooler than maybe both of them, but at least on the old scoring system, I would say these are my two favorite True Rack Whitetail. We have another Albino Rabbit here, but this one is a Jackrabbit. That's like actually rare, unlike the European hare. And we just have a little piebald mallard sitting over here, but I tried to put as many of like the higher scoring rares for the mallards and stuff as I could, but I think I've got some lower ones elsewhere. We got the Leucistic Caribou, which is one of my favorite rack shapes for these, so that's why I kept this one. And a little diamond beside him at 956. And before we go to the kind of main wall, we have a melanistic female mallard, and again, albino harlequin duck, which can only be female. Kind of cool to see the size difference, that's why I did that, but also the contrast from albino to melanistic I thought looked pretty cool. But then on the main wall over here, we have a 950 Diamond Elk. This one I can specifically remember shooting like right before dark. And one that I actually think looks smaller, but scores a good bit higher at 965. This was one we set up a ground blind and try to catch him walking into his zone, which I thought was pretty cool. But then we have more Diamond True Rack Blacktail, 954, and on this side, a little bit of a bigger one, I think, 972. We have Diamond Mule Deer, Big Rack 972, and opposite that is the Small Rack, he's 956. They are both blondes. I wish we could have gotten a different fur type, but honestly, Diamond Mule Deer, pretty hard to come by, so I was pretty happy just getting two of them. We have a 820 gold piebald mallard, and opposite that, I believe a diamond. Yeah, my 1000 diamond mallard, which was shot on stream, and I'm not even sure which stream that was, so I know for sure that one is not going to be linked in the description, just in case you would happen to go to look for it. We do have my 952 True Rack Moose, which basically looks just like the Legacy Racks, but it is definitely a True Rack because they would never score 950 with the Big Rack for the Legacies, so kind of cool to have such a similar rack on that. But we got another Diamond Mallard, 981, 779 Brown Hybrid Mallard beside him, and then I gotta go around this so I can highlight the proper thing, but another Diamond Mallard, 965, and a female melanistic just on the opposite side of that. And then back here we have just a couple of Africa trophies, so a 955 Diamond Dark Gemsbuck, a male Diamond Gemsbuck, 957, and I believe my second biggest Diamond Blue Wildebeest at 990. We've got one of my favorite multi-mounts I've ever done. This is a Melanistic Red Fox, which was actually shot on a live stream right at the end where I randomly went to a warning call and picked up the Disturb Edge and was very thrilled to see that it was a male Melanistic because we could do this multi-mount. And he's just holding actually a little gold jackrabbit. I don't think I ever did get a diamond jackrabbit for this multi-mount, or if I did, maybe I put it in a different multi-mount. But then we have a piebald coyote just chasing a couple of ducks. So there's a leucistic in the front here, 749, a melanistic gold, 866, and a little blonde female, because I don't really ever use the blondes, and they actually look really nice, so I thought that was a cool thing to add to this. And actually I need to, make sure that we're off that. We got the bigger of my two Diamond Bathides Ibex, 982, and just a kind of decent size albino whitetail at 744. This may have been shot on a Twitch stream if I'm remembering right. I'm not actually sure about that one, but I don't think there's a video of that either. And by the way, you'll notice as we go along, a lot of the guns are missing. I did set up all the gun plaques, but that also seems to be a thing with the lodges where sometimes they're not staying. And I had an issue where some of my trophies actually got taken down randomly while I was moving guns around, so I decided not to mess with that. But we'll head into the hallway, and right away we have two more Diamond Warthogs, so 975 and 972 shot just hours apart. This one was late on November 25th, and then we have early on the 26th. Those were actually shot on the same server, if I remember right. That should definitely be in a video somewhere. But we have a collision multi-mount, so an albino male Puma taking down a 966 Diamond True Rack Blacktail. And just so I don't forget them, we have the two Diamond Teal back on this wall, 966 and 973. This one's actually a Diamond Red, which you can't see a huge difference, but it is a little brighter colored, and they do look pretty cool. This was never in a video, unfortunately. I shot this while I was preparing to go to Texas, and then I never needed those clips, so unfortunately I don't have the video of the Diamond Red anywhere on the channel. But we have this wall, which I'm actually pretty proud of. We have a Diamond Female Gemsbuck, 967. Diamond Red Deer, 971, and I should call this a Diamond Legacy Rack Roe Deer, or Red Deer, rather, because very soon we are going to have True Racks for the Red Deer, so once those are out, this would technically be a Diamond Legacy Rack. A Legacy Rack Diamond Reindeer, this one's 994. This is actually from my Choose Your Own Hunt kind of video series, so that one, I don't know if I can link the specific video because it's unlisted, I'll have to check. But then we have just another Diamond Gemsbuck on this side, 965, but I like kind of the contrast of what we can do with the antlers and the horns on this wall. I actually just changed this because I thought I had a different duck here, but this is a 898 piebald mallard. I had a random gold there by accident instead. Then we have a 959 diamond, little 715 silver brown hybrid, Another Diamond Legacy rack, Red Deer. I just think it looks really nice up there on the wall. And then we have a gold brown hybrid. If I can get that to highlight again, 844. Probably the biggest melanistic mallard I've ever shot at 907. And a diamond to wrap it up, 965 over on this side. So then we have the huddle fallow behind us. So this is a diamond big rack for the old legacies at 968. We actually have a really rare thing. Usually the smaller rack wouldn't make diamond, but this guy just got in at 951, and then the 728 piebald, which this would be Trophy Lodge release day as well, actually. I believe that was one of the first things I actually shot and added to the Trophy Lodge, which is one of the cool things about kind of making this Ultimate Lodge. We can do these different things with the multi-mounts, which didn't exist when they actually came out, but random brown hybrid goose, there's a lot of these, because these were the only old system, like, rare geese that I shot were just the brown hybrids. There may be one light gray somewhere, I'm not actually sure. But then we have the release day diamond plains bison from Yukon, so he scored 990. He was a max weight one, so once again shooting max weight animals and not getting the 1000s out of them, but a diamond wolf in with that, 959, and just a red-brown female flying through the air. I kind of thought it was cool, since he is such a high-scoring bison, that maybe I should do this multi-mount where he's sort of not getting killed. I don't know. Not one I've ever done, and I kind of like how that turned out. But I think we'll go down this hallway actually first. So another one of the diamond Trurak moose antlers that I like. This guy's 953, but if we compare him to the one that we had earlier, this guy doesn't have like really big brow tines, and I quite like that. Now we have a 996 Diamond Elk and a 995 Diamond Elk just beside him. These were right after the Truraks for Elk came out. And this guy was messed up. He should have been 999 or 1000. I'm pretty sure 999, but honestly, there's some hidden decimal that you can never know for sure. But 973 moose on the opposite side of that, and just a diamond Cape Buffalo up here. But we have our 1000 scrub hair, which, to be honest, I didn't remember it being a chestnut color. I guess that was something I never paid attention to, because this particular one was actually shot also on the release day of Trophy Lodges, the same day we shot like the 990 Springbuck and everything on a live stream. And I knew there was a heavy scrub hair down there, but it was not this one, so I was just surprised when it scored 1000. So I may have actually just not realized that fur type was there. Then we have a little bit of a parquet thing going on here. So 972 and 961 Diamond Blackbuck, and the two Diamond Axis Deer 950, and above that 954, if I can get this to stay highlighted. We have two more Diamond Springbuck, 965, and another one of the 990s from that release day. Or actually, this was one we lost. I shot him the next day in a video looking at that, because he was shot on April 12th. But then we have a little leucistic female Cape Buffalo in between those two. We got a Diamond Water Buffalo on this side at 950, and two more Diamond Trurak Whitetail 962 and 956. I kind of like that, actually, kind of going into this room. I think it's a cool way to kind of have stuff over the doorway. But then we have one of my favorite diamonds ever, really. He's a cinnamon diamond black bear at 961, but I wanted a diamond color phase bear for so long, and then to finally get one, and the fact that he's a cinnamon, which is maybe my favorite color, I think that was actually really neat. But then we have sort of a antler wall going on this side. So 972 diamond blacktail, of course all these are Truraks, a 999 diamond whitetail, which was actually shot after my 1000, so was not that disappointing. We got a 973 on the diamond blacktail and 958 diamond whitetail. You really see the difference actually on the two whitetail if we see from here. Like the 999 is actually way bigger, which is good. You actually can see the difference in that. But then on this side it's a little more horns, so 983 on the diamond wildebeest. I think the only other diamond male gemsbuck I've shot, 959, which is one below the max, because male diamond gemsbuck max at 960. And a 989 diamond female, which were these two? No, this was shot on the same day as the 990 diamond wildebeest in the other room, actually, not same day as this one. Then we have a diamond 1000 cinnamon teal, which I believe is shot in a video. I think it's in the same video as an albino Puma, actually, if I'm remembering right. 955 diamond teal and a 999 diamond teal. This one was actually shot on a live stream, so it's kind of cool remembering some of these, because I've had them just sitting in trophy lodges that I don't go in for so long. It's kind of nice to remember where some of them were shot, but a Legacy Rack Diamond Elk, which if we compare to the True Racks, you see how much better they used to look. Really, really nice 975. Got a Diamond True Rack Moose back here, 992. He's actually my first Diamond True Rack Moose, and he'd also be my biggest. Don't know why I put him back there instead of up here, but maybe it's because I wanted to do a Legacy Rack here. But he is the 957 Small Rack Legacy Diamond Moose. Diamond Mallard opposite him, 979 and 980. Then we have two diamonds, a Diamond Caribou on this side, and a Diamond Reindeer on this side. Got a Piebald Red Deer and an Albino Elk. I kind of like having the two rare side by side. And up top here is the only Diamond Grizzly I have so far at 956. I really wish, by the way, that the bears could be like standing upright on a lot smaller platforms, because I just feel like they're taking up precious space for multi-mounts, unfortunately. So a lot of the bears, I think all the bears actually in this lodge, are on these kind of wall plaques coming out of the wall like that. But let's go down the opposite hallway. And I did something that I'm kind of working on in my main lodge, but I want to get a Diamond Water Buffalo with a bow. But these are all the kind of biggest species in the game as diamonds. So we have a 966 Plains Bison, a 954 Cape Buffalo, 974 Water Buffalo, and 997 European Bison. This was another one shot on Trophy Lodge release day, and just in case you're like unaware of how I kind of did that, we knew Trophy Lodges were coming, so I had done a ton of scouting and found a bunch of diamonds and stuff to shoot to get in the Trophy Lodge. So that's why there's a lot of these big animals that were shot on release day, just in case you're curious. But we have a 974 Legacy Big Rack Diamond Moose here. As I said, all the bears are on the wall plaque, so this is a actually pretty high-scoring female Melanistic brown bear, 752. They don't usually get super high scoring, so that was nice. But more Melanistic Mallards and Diamond Teal. This is my Albino Diamond Water Buffalo, and I just did not have a full-body platform. Maybe I should switch it with that elk that's in the other room, but honestly, I still think it looks good. The albinos on the Water Buffalo, because they don't have fur, they're more of like that off-white color. I don't think they look as cool, so honestly, the wall plaque I thought was just fine for that. We have a Diamond Grados at 975. Again, more Diamond Ducks, 954, and a Piebald female opposite that. Another small rack, or small horns, Diamond Water Buffalo at 960. Diamond Ronda Ibex opposite the Grados. This was, I believe, a live stream kill, and another max weight one that did not score 1,000. One of my other Diamond Legacy Rack Reindeer, they honestly look really good. I kind of miss those. 956 for that guy, and this is a True Rack, of course, because he's a Caribou, but opposite that, I wanted to do the 953, and you always highlight this until you're really close. That's why I'm like walking underneath of this, but we got a Piebald Gold, which gold female mallards are pretty rare, so it was cool to get like a rare gold female. More Diamond Legacy Moose at 970, and just another Melanistic Mallard. This guy is a gold as well. And as I mentioned, all of my geese, I think every goose in this lodge is a brown hybrid, anywhere I have them set up. So 715 for that, and another one just beside it, 604, and yet another Diamond Teal 987 back there. We have a female albino Puma stalking one of my other Diamond Legacy Rack Elk. This guy is 977, which maybe is the biggest one. Not certain about that either. We'll probably see as we continue on going through the lodge, but we've got my other Diamond Gray Wolf, 952, with a 627 egg white female and 493 red brown female. And just back here, a couple of ducks, Piebald Harlequin, Piebald Mallard, and just another Piebald female Mallard, because unfortunately the Piebald Cinnamon Teal, I don't think I had any left. I think I deleted a lot of those because they're really not as rare. I guess the Piebald Mallards aren't either, but for whatever reason I didn't have the Cinnamon Teal. But one last Water Buffalo in this room. He's the 964, again, the small horns. And I almost forgot my Diamond Iberian Wolf, 966, over in this corner. But that is this entire room, and I'm realizing how long this video is going to be, so apologies if you're not, or if you weren't intending on watching a crazy long video today, but I think we'll continue through this hallway and go back into this main room here, and then we'll do the side rooms. So this is, I believe, my biggest Diamond Water Buffalo to date. This is a 988, which is, of course, the Bighorn Legacies. And beside that is the 956 Diamond Cape Buffalo. And then I did the opposite on this side, so Diamond Water Buffalo on the left this time, 985, and a 957 Diamond Cape Buffalo opposite him. So then we have Diamond Black Buck, 969 up top there, and Diamond Kudu, 958. I tried to do this a lot where I have like the horns kind of matching since the kudu and the black buck are so similar, and I like the way that turned out. But then 2 more diamond warthog as well, 963 and 960. Both of those are the small tusks. Then we have the main room, which I spent easily the most time on. So the Huddle Road Deer multi-mount, we have the Diamond Legacy Rack back here. And then in with him is an Albino Gold, 857, and a little Piebald Silver, 713. The 2 rares, I think, were shot in the same video. Yeah, shot in the same day. That was a pretty lucky Hirschfeld hunt. Then we have the multi-mounts. This is my biggest rare Mouflon, 884. And then these are the mission diamonds and not diamond wolves from Quattro. So the 969 Phantasma, 969 Sombra, and just a little silver Ogro, which apparently could spawn bigger, but mine I think was a level 5. So I need to click off of that. Then I just did this little wall, which I'm actually pretty happy with it. There's some variants here which we can see as we go through it. So 968 and 959 Diamond Springbuck. We have the Diamond Axis Deer, if I can get it to highlight, 950. And opposite that is the bigger rack, 967. This is actually, I believe, a level 4 Diamond Blackbuck, which was shot on a Twitch stream. He's 952. And a bigger rack, kind of normal size for the Diamond Blackbuck, 964. This wall is another one I'm pretty happy with. So Diamond Trurak Blacktail, one of my biggest, 990. And another one opposite him at 958. Diamond Caribou in the middle, 970. One of the cooler looking ones I have. And actually I just realized I need to change his pose because his antlers are sort of glitching. So let's do it like that. Then we have this part, which this is the thing I really like about this wall. So 972 Diamond Blackbuck. And again, I put him sort of opposite a Diamond Kudu at 974. We have maybe my only Diamond Wild Boar in this lodge. I'm not certain, but I think that's the case. He's 958. And then just the Diamond Mouflon, which is actually also 958. I didn't even realize that when I did this. And then in the middle we have a 982 Diamond Springbuck. And my only Diamond Trurak Roe Deer on the old system, 973. So I think that actually comes together really well, like all these small animals down on the lower part and then a couple of bigger ones up top. Then we have the only Diamond Fox I have like on video on the old system, 984. We do have another Diamond Fox, which we'll see as we go along, but he, basically I shot him in my video corrupted, so that was kind of unfortunate. But I have that sitting here with a melanistic female coyote because there are no multi-mounts for the female coyotes, so just put it by itself. We've got my Albino Lion, which the only old system trophies in this lodge are these female lions because there were no multi-mounts back when I was doing like all this stuff, so I didn't have a reason to mount common female lions, so I did have to go and kill a couple of new ones, unfortunately for that. I did have an albino female lion. I really wanted to do the multi-mount with the 2 albinos, but I cannot find it. I think that's another one which unfortunately was deleted, and that would be another one of those improvements that I said that I'd mention as we go along. But I did a 2 brown hybrid gold goose multi-mount because I've never done this multi-mount before, and I actually kind of like it. We have what would be probably my ultimate multi-mount if there was no new scoring system, because we'd have the Bighorns Diamond K Buffalo 984. Got the Dark Brown Lion, which was actually a mythical, he's 898. And what we could have is an albino and a blonde female lion, but of course I can't find the albino, and the blonde was killed on the new system, and I just have these 2 common females here, but I actually still am pretty happy with that. But I did another collision multi-mount here because I had another albino male Puma, so that is with, I believe, maybe my biggest Diamond Trurak Blacktail. He's 991, so one bigger than the guy back there. And 2 piebald whitetail fighting, so they're not anything crazy special. The one on the right's just a little silver, 667, and at least this left guy's a little bigger. He's an 884 gold. Opposite them, we have a Kudu multi-mount, 794 melanistic, and just a little gray female, which was actually shot pretty recently for a different multi-mount, and then I ended up taking that one down, so at least I could use it in here. And one more bison multi-mount. A little leucistic male, which I'm assuming I messed up because he scores 459. I believe I shot that on a live stream, actually, so not sure there's video evidence of that one. But an albino male, he's a gold 837, and just a common female, just because the other 2 in this multi-mount were rare. I thought a common was actually maybe a good thing, and it was one of the only female wolves I had left. But then up here we have a 953 Diamond Legacy Rack Elk, and 2 Diamond Legacy Moose opposite him, so 953 as well. and 966 for the bigger rack. And I think that's this entire room. So then we have these side rooms, which still have some really good stuff, but they just don't look as good in my opinion. So 2 Diamond Black Bear, 951 and 972. And for some reason I decided to put a third black bear up there, which is a melanistic female grizzly, but I didn't have like a lot of really big animals to fill these like biggest plaques, and I could have put small stuff on them, but I don't think that looks good, so I just kind of filled them with a lot of bears. But then we have a big rack diamond axis deer, 963, and a big horns diamond black buck beside him at 996. I mentioned earlier the second biggest diamond black buck. This guy hasn't beat by 1 from that, so pretty much all parquet here actually. 962 small horns diamond water buffalo, 962 again actually diamond black buck. I did not realize how many of these had the same score when I was setting this up. But then one of my favorite parquet trophies is a diamond dark big rack axis deer at 969, and this side room I guess doesn't look that bad. The other one I'm really not as happy with it, but I kind of, as I said, I needed bears to fill a lot of these things, so I mean, it didn't turn out horrible, but it's just not great. But I guess we'll start with this. We have the Diamond Fox that I mentioned that my video corrupted on me. And this is my 1000 Jackrabbit, which now that I think of it, I don't know why I don't have it with the Melanistic Fox for that multi-mount, but I guess 2 diamonds together isn't that bad of a thing. And on the other one is a 859 Albino Musk Deer, which was shot once again in the Choose Your Own Hunt video, so that should be there. And this guy, also in that. 950 diamond red brown brown bear, but I think I'll get the duck wall out of the way just so I don't forget it. Obviously there's nothing super special here, but 977 and 981 diamonds. Brown hybrid female. I believe this is the only brown hybrid female I have up in the entire lodge, so I wanted to get that color in here as well. Another melanistic female and a leucistic male down here at 820. So let's actually just do the back wall as well because there's less there. Got my biggest diamond Harlequin duck, which is 997. My only melanistic diamond Harlequin duck, which was a gold, 817. And again, albino female Harlequin duck because they can only be female, but I kind of thought it was cool to put those 3 together. But then we have 2 diamond brown bear. My only diamond blonde, I think, 964. And on the other side, a diamond light brown at 973. And a diamond plains bison above them. I think my smallest one, 952. But then we have these sidewalls, which is just a bunch of diamonds that I really only mainly put here because I needed to fill these big plaques. So we have 954, 954, and 951 diamond gemsbuck up top. We have a 975 big rack diamond axis deer, and 959 diamond black buck opposite him. 2 more diamond kudu, 977 and 957. And of course the diamond brown bear that I mentioned because it was in the Choose Your Own Hunt video series. And then we have a bunch more of kind of the same sort of thing going on. So another diamond red brown. This guy was 973, which was apparently also shot on Christmas Eve. I think I do remember that. I killed a diamond brown bear while looking for a diamond reindeer. I think that may have been what happened there. But another leucistic female Cape Buffalo. Diamond blue wildebeest. The small horns, obviously not that rare, 963. And a, I think level 4, 954 gold diamond wildebeest. My biggest rare springbuck, 907, and another little albino opposite him, just a 754 silver. More diamond black buck, 975 and 968. Diamond gemsbuck, 971 and 951, and I think that's this entire room. So the only room I'm missing is the one that is back, I believe, this hallway. And it's kind of got some similar stuff happening where kind of not my best work, but looks pretty decent, I think. So we have my diamond gray Puma, and the only reason that I didn't put this one in another room is because I think I like the look of the albinos better, but the fact that this guy was a diamond was pretty neat, and I did put him with one of my favorite blacktail kills ever. This was an 808 Legacy Rack, which I think is killed in the same video as a Diamond Elk and another pretty decent blacktail. It's a piebald, so hopefully I can find that video because that one was actually kind of neat. But we have Diamond Caribou on either side of a Diamond Reindeer, so 955 Diamond Caribou, 952 Diamond Reindeer, and 994 Diamond Caribou. This was yet another live stream kill. I actually shot off the bridge in the northeast. I really like kind of remembering these things. Hopefully some of you guys can remember a lot of these as well as we go along, but we have an 865 Albino Wildebeest, 951 beside him, and a little piebald elk. This was maybe one of my preparation kills for Texas. I'm not sure, but it was killed fairly recently, so it could have been. But then I have another Bighorns Diamond Wildebeest. This is a 982. And, I mean, I say all the time, but since we're here, they just look so much cooler with like, the mass. The bigger horns versus the smaller horns. That's why I really like them. But more Diamond Gemsbuck because they are not that rare. 977. My biggest rare elk, 910. And, yet again, another Diamond Dark Gemsbuck at 966. Then we have the Small Horns Diamond Springbuck. This guy's a 953. And another Diamond Red Deer, 963. I didn't really know that I had so many Diamond Legacy Rack Red Deer, but I guess things kind of add up over time. But then the last couple, we have another Brown Hybrid Goose. As I mentioned, lots of those. Two more Diamond Teal, 958 and 973. And then a Diamond Mallard at 975. So I think, as long as I'm not forgetting a room, that is the entire sort of ultimate trophy lodge I've put together from basically over a year of hunting for, well, trophies for the trophy lodge. And I do wish some stuff would be different. Like, I wish I had more either Cape Buffalo or Water Buffalo or Moose, like things to fill some of those plaques where the bears were. And as I mentioned, I wish bears could stand up on like these platforms because I feel like they take up a lot less valuable multi-mount space, as I mentioned. And I'd much prefer to have them like standing on the ground, but there's just so many multi-mounts that I wanted to do that I really couldn't afford to have them on these platforms. But yeah, I wish we had that one big rack legacy whitetail, because anybody that hasn't seen what they look like, they did look really cool and I wish you could see it, but I guess maybe I'll post that video anyway. Or actually, he was killed in the same hunt as this 950, so that video will be linked and you can see that there now that I think of it. But yeah, I put a lot of time into this, and actually I forgot one. Just saw this little leucistic mallard. I put a lot of time into this. I think I have either a diamond or a rare in pretty much every space, if not every space. And I don't know, I think it came out pretty good. I'm hoping eventually the new system Trophy Lodge can look this good and have this many cool animals, but for now it's a work in progress, and I am going to do a tour of it pretty soon. There's a couple of things I'd like to get added to it before we do that, so we'll see if that can be something we have done in the near future. But this took me 36 minutes to walk through this lodge and get everything figured out and record this video. So if this is a really long tour, I'm sorry, but there was a lot of stuff, like I said, over a year went into making this video, but it's probably already long enough, so I think we'll leave it at that. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time.